Yes, it's Thursday. Easter was 4 days ago, but it's still Easter here at Valley Palms.
Mark vlogs every day in April.
It's not like Christmas where you've got 12 days of Christmas. You've got 12 days after the holiday to take your Christmas tree down. Your Christmas, then Boxing Day, then New Year's, which is a week later. That's really the Christmas season, but it's the 12 days of Christmas from like the classic history. That's kind of your Christmas tree limit. After 12 days, you take down the Christmas tree. For Easter, I would think it would be the very day after Easter, because Easter's the end of that whole story, because you've got Ash Wednesday, then you've got Good Friday when he was crucified, then you've got Easter risen, and then we're in pagan spring here with rabbits and eggs and everything. Your time is up, pal. There is progress. It's slow but steady. I've been supinating. I can get it to there now, and in physical therapy they push it much farther than it really hurts, but it's happening. And I remember when all I could do was do this. Now I can do that. I can touch those together and I can hold them, and they can kind of at rest without any flex. Just hold that together just like that. I still can't get these fingers together very well. But, it is progress. And, time heals all wounds. So, high five. There's an expression, the days go slow, but the years fly by. I totally feel that. Sometimes you just feel like you're waiting out the clock and just how much time. That's how life has always felt to me. Waiting for things, days go by, but then you blink your eyes and a week has passed, and then you turn around and it's Christmas, and you turn around again and it's like your kids are grown up. Next thing you know, it's your 5-year plan has passed. You didn't do it. The next thing you know, your 10-year plan has passed. Next thing you know, you're 30, then you're 40. That's nothing to do with this even. That's just life. That's just my experience of life. And the older you get, it goes faster. Because when you're 10, a year going by is like a tenth of your life experience. It's like a significant chunk. So a whole school year is like, oh my God, it takes forever. But when you're 40, a year is just a 40th of your life. That's 2.5%. It's a sliver. It blips by, and then the older you get, it's like blip, 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 blip. H.G. Wells in The Time Machine talked about day and night being this great flapping wing that just flapped and flapped so fast until time just blurred by in hundreds of years at a stretch. I've always had life goals and sort of bucket list items, but when I was in college, at film school at USC, I thought, well, I'll shoot this film in film school, then I'll direct a film the next year, then I'll be discovered and be a director, and then I'll just be a director when I'm 20. And then I took a directing class my senior year, and I realized I had nothing to say, particularly to the actors. It was like, act better, act faster. And I thought, you know what? These filmmakers who get their big break right out of college, who become directors early, end up making very derivative content for many, many years. Even someone really brilliant like Steven Spielberg, his first early films, a lot of them were very derivative of other things. They were sort of like old movies, and it was only when he got older that his stuff became a lot more profound and a lot more adult and a lot more interesting. He'd always had the skills and the ability to really deliver and really get to the heart of things, but as far as the message, and as far as what it really said and what it really meant, that only got really good when he got older. I mean, Blake Edwards even, he made all these movies like The Pink Panther, which were just silly fun and everything, but it wasn't until he was, 50 or 60 and made a film called S.O.B., which I thought was great, which was really about himself and about, his real experiences. That's when he got kind of profound and good. But back in film school, I was really good at everything technical. I was really good at building the set and organizing and figuring out how to do it, and then the lighting and photography. So I became a cinematographer, and my plan was, okay, Mark, you're going to be a cinematographer for 10 years or so, generate some life experiences, get good at that, and then become a director later on. When you have something to say, when you have, when you've had enough life experiences, that you have something worthwhile to share with the world. And that was pretty much my plan. I was a grip for a little while, and I became a cinematographer, and I shot a bunch of movies in my 20s, which was very precocious of me, actually. And, when I got married when I was 25, and when I was 30, my son was born, And right around that time, I was shooting a couple of TV movies, which were great fun and made a lot of money in those. And then, but I found out how much the directors make compared to what I was making. I was the top guy on the whole film crew, except for the director and the producers and all that. But as far as the below the line, the crew, I'm the top of that as the director of photography. But the director could crush me with his paycheck. And that frustrated me a little bit. And also the idea that I was not consulted about every little thing. That no one asked me what the costume should look like or what color to paint the set or anything like that. And I had strong opinions of how to make the film better with stuff like that. So I thought, well, okay, I want to be a director. And that's when I started. When I was about 30, I started writing screenplays to try to direct them. And I've set up a couple of LLCs in my time and tried to raise feature film money, try to get projects off the ground. But spoiler, I am 48 and I have not directed a feature film yet. And a lot of my friends have, a lot of other people have. And it's the thing I was born to do. It's the thing I'm uniquely suited to do, to create content, to make things for nothing. There's a line in a Watsky song, I do things on a shoestring you couldn't do for a cool mill. I think that's kind of true of me as well. So I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not asking you for anything. I'm just telling you that's where I'm at. And that's my goal. That's my aspiration this year, before the fucking clock runs out on me, is to direct movies, to direct television, to get more jobs directing. And not just the stuff that I make on my phone, which I cherish and love and enjoy, and I'm glad that you watch. I'm really glad that you enjoy, but actual content. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a taste of what I know how to do. I'm going to put some links at the end of this video of my short films and my other work in the past that I've done that you can enjoy, of stuff that I've directed. Because I want, as you know, you know me as this guy in a wheelchair, or a guy with a professional puppet. You might not know me as a filmmaker, and I'd like you to. Now, those of you who are my old friends who know me as that primarily, that's great. You might enjoy this stuff too. But here you go. It's amazing how I meander, and it leads me to a topic, and by the end, I'm all animated and excited about it. So here you go. Here are the Mark Gray Film Festival playlist for your enjoyment. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time, your eyeballs, your attention, your comments, your likes, and especially your shares. So there you have it. I'll see you tomorrow.